Всем привет, меня зовут Анастасия, вы на канале Mass Effect. Мы продолжаем играть в Mass Effect 3. Сейчас мы со всеми поговорим из нашей команды и отправимся на задание.
Welcome aboard, Shepard.
So where are we going?
Activating external cameras.
I didn't know this shuttle had virtual windows.
Bet there's more you don't know about this bird.
What's that supposed to mean?
Before Mass Effect fields, there was no such thing as inertial dampeners.
Yeah?
Here, feel this.
Whoa!
That, my friend, is unadulterated momentum. Want to really feel it? Show me. You see? Doesn't take much to pull a few G's. Back in the day, pilots would wear G-suits. It squeezes your body so that the blood stays in your head in tight maneuvers. I'd wear a G-suit when flying my Trident. In a fighter, it's common to transfer power from the inertial dampeners to other systems.
You miss flying fighters? Can't imagine you're too thrilled to be flying a shuttle.
Hell no. I'm not just any shuttle pilot. I'm your shuttle pilot. Wouldn't have it any other way. When you're on the ground, weapon in hand, you're invincible. But when we're approaching an LZ, you're just another soldier. Vulnerable. Nothing you can do if we're shot down. Getting you to the ground alive is a responsibility I wouldn't trust to anyone else.
I'm fortunate to have you, Steve.
Anytime, Shepard.
Hey, glad you can make it. I've got us set up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's combat night in the Armax Arsenal Arena.
Damn, it's nice to relax. Just cutting loose, not worrying about the kids.
It's worth the stress to watch the people you're commanding come into their own, though.
Shut up.
Who said I was talking about you?
You know, if there is a god, that's what she sounds like. Just a big, deep boom to let you know everything's gonna be okay. Thanks for coming, Shepard.
Wouldn't have missed it.
That match was rigged. What are you talking about? There's no way Barlowon's team should have won. It was rigged.
So there I was, taking cover behind a table in the middle of this Asari monastery. No fun.
Live Baron race
Legend
starts
of
in
this
5
rule
minutes.
echoes
Place
across
your bet.
physical space.
What should we do first?
Shepard?
So what do Turians usually do with their time off?
Mostly we make plans for what to do when we're back at work. I have some ideas on the Normandy's forward cannon.
You know what you need, Garrus?
That Mark IV silencer scope I saw at the gun shop?
I was thinking a date. Excuse me. I saw you checking out my friend here. I thought you two should meet.
Hello?
Right. So, hello. And,
Tell her she looks nice.
You seem like a nice person. Maybe a little quiet, introspective, but decent overall.
Oh. Thank you. I think.
Try small talk.
Come here often. I imagine anyone who does is probably an alcoholic.
Actually, I do. I work at the Turian embassy. Come here to unwind. Yeah. Well, listen. I've got this thing I forgot I had to do, and I should probably just go do it.
Sorry. Let's start over again. What I'd been trying to say is my name's Garrus, and I'd love to have a drink with you.
Big winner at the roulette table tonight.
Так, ну что ж, отправляемся к доктору Брайсону.
I tried to let loose with a concussion shot, but I'm covered in those beads, the swarmers, and everything's overloaded.
Так, может со всеми? Говорим. Да, все.
Looks exactly the same as the others.
That's exactly the point. Other than
Так, еще надо ключик проверить, на всякий случай. И потом точно отправляемся. Долгая загрузка.
you have received a new message.
Hey, got any plans for the evening?
No. I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind. You remember that line? From Fleet and Flotilla? Shalai and Bellicus on the balcony?
I don't think I've ever seen that. Did...
What? You've never... How could you not have? Well, I know what we're doing tonight.
But Shalai, we can never be together. I have my duty, and you have your people.
Not tonight. Tonight, I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind.
So you've watched this a lot, huh?
Every time my friends and I had a sleepover. Kila. So many feelings.
Yeah, it's, yeah. Definitely.
When this is done, I'll send you links to extranet sites with some captioned animations.
I want you to see behind this mask. I want you to see who I truly am.
I already have.
She had an infection for 3 weeks after filming this scene.
Totally worth it.
Greetings, Commander.
Shepard.
I didn't know you could play.
Actually, this is the only song I know.
Why's that?
There was always something more important to do. A ruin to uncover, intel to gather, a commander to save.
You couldn't sit still long enough.
Could you?
Is there something special about this song?
On one of my first digs, a storm swept in. We were trapped inside. I was so restless. I wanted to get back to work. One of the other archaeologists, Dr. Elena, had this keyboard. She took it everywhere. She taught me to play this song while we waited.
It's a good song.
Thank you, Shepard. The person who taught me that song was a friend. I spend so much time chasing down knowledge. Sometimes I forget that there are things you learn by doing nothing. By just spending time with the people you care about.
What have you learned from me?
I suppose how to get myself into life-threatening situations on a daily basis?
I am a good teacher.
The best. Well, I should probably go. I have reports to look over.
Right. But first, why don't you teach me that song?
This place is nice.
Shall I transfer over your reports so that you might work here?
Yes, thank you, Glyph. Glyph, can you copy that song to my personal files on the Normandy?
Certainly, Dr. Tassoni.
Shepard. Shepard.
want you to match this against all known locations and update the map. Then contact the field teams for a progress report.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Commander Shepard. We've been expecting you. Just a moment. And Hadley? Could you gather the Leviathan data for us? Apologies, Commander. The rest of my team is out investigating leads right now. I'm Dr. Garrett Bryson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
What's your assignment?
Our mandate is to investigate legends, rumors, old stories about the Reapers before anyone knew they existed.
That's an interesting goal. But is anyone doubting the Reapers exist these days?
The Alliance is still desperate for intelligence. Reaper motives, their operational tactics. Anything that can give us an edge.
And how did you wind up in charge?
When the rest of the galaxy says something doesn't exist, I take that as a chance to prove that it does.
So you're in it for the challenge?
For the truth. Even as late as 2148, humanity still thought aliens were a myth. That was within my lifetime. Once that myth was proven to be reality, our entire history changed.
Reapers were part of that reality too.
But even they have a history, Commander. If we can just uncover it, there may be a weakness we can exploit.
Could have used your help 3 years ago.
Yes. If people had paid more attention to your Prothean beacon, we might not be in this war. But now with new information we've uncovered, a breakthrough's near. Hadley, do you have the data?
No!
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now!
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
Transit records show his name is Derek Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a C-Sec alert from this location. Were you harmed?
I'm fine. But I could use your help sorting this out, Edie. Take a look through their files. I need to know what this task force was up to.
At once.
What? What's happening?
You tell me.
I was gathering our data when you arrived, and then it was dark. Cold. Like I was someplace else.
And then?
I don't know! A gun was in my hand. Dr. Brison, there was...
You shot Brison. You killed him.
No, I couldn't have! I'm not a murderer! I didn't do it, it wasn't me! You have to believe that.
So someone else pulled that trigger?
But I would never do that!
Commander, this does resemble reports of indoctrination.
Indoctrination? Me?
What about that Leviathan Bryson mentioned? How does that tie in?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it. That artifact came in from our researcher, Garneau. He sent an audio log if you wanna...
What's wrong?
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
The darkness cannot be breached.
Damn it. Get him over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
Yes, sir.
Commander, you'll want to see this. It's an outgoing message from Dr. Bryson to Admiral Hackett.
Dr. Bryson, you have an update? Admiral, the Leviathan of Dis that we've been investigating, I think we're really onto something. Give me the brief. About 20 years ago, the Batarians discovered a Reaper corpse that had died in battle. They covered it up and denied it ever existed. But I'm intrigued by the larger implication. What could have killed the Reaper in the first place? Exactly. That's the real Leviathan. It's worth pursuing. Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
There is also a follow-up message from a few weeks later.
Admiral, the Reapers are shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a Reaper killer. Almost an apex predator, and it has them nervous. If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war. I'm formally requesting assistance in tracking it down. You'll have it. This is now your top priority, Doctor. Find that thing.
It appears we were meant to be that assistance.
Anything capable of killing a Reaper could do a lot of collateral damage.
Yet given the state of this conflict, I believe the saying, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," may be relevant.
But we won't know unless we can find it.
Bryson's assistant did say they recently received a log from their field researcher. It may yield more information.
This must be the artifact the assistant mentioned. And here's the log.
Dr. Bryson, it's Garneau. I'm sending you an artifact I found. About the only thing I found there, in fact. Maybe it's nothing, but I'd swear Leviathan came through here. I'm gonna crunch some numbers. Burn up the rest of this project travel allowance. Maybe I can project our Reaper Killer's movements. I'll check in when I get to the next site.
Garneau appears to be our best lead to track Leviathan, but he does not state a destination.
Let's focus on what he does say then.
He mentioned extrapolating Leviathan's path.
And crunching numbers. He wasn't flying blind. He had data.
A significant amount of data, judging by this office.
So how do we narrow it down?
Bryson and his colleagues evidently used a galaxy map search program in their hunt for Leviathan. It may help us locate Garneau.
Does this tell us where Garneau went?
No. But we may be able to narrow down his location if we find clues he was using in his search for Leviathan.
Это вообще нормально, что у него вот так кости валяются на столе? Не говорю уже о башке Хаска. Смотрите, какая грозная морда. Сверху.
These are all murders in which the accused lacked a known motive and claimed memory loss.
Just like Bryson's assistant. You think Garneau was following a trail of blackout crimes?
It is possible. We need to find data matching dates and locations for crimes of this nature.
Here's the time and date chart for the crimes. Can you filter for murders where the killer claimed memory loss?
Adding the search filter, you may examine the results on the Galaxy Map program.
Loch Ness Monster?
Plesiosaur.
Loch Ness Monster is more interesting.
Interesting and non-existent.
Итальянин. Форма жизни, обнаруженная на Ферросе, позволяет взглянуть на эволюционный путь по-настоящему инородных форм жизни. В отличие от известных нам разумных существ, он не пользуется ретрансляторами массы. Даже патрианские артефакты его бы не заинтересовали. Капитан Шепард заявляет, что жнецы направляли эволюцию живых существ в предсказуемом направлении при помощи созданных ими технологий. Торяин исключение из этого правила. Он использует только органические структуры в качестве инструмента. Если Левиафан так долго остался незамеченным, то он должен быть в чем-то с ним схож. Торяин контролирует разум своих жертв, заставляя их заниматься физическим трудом, как человек пользуется бы собственными руками. Капитан Шепард утверждает, что жнецы поступают также при помощи так называемого одурманивания. Схожим образом должен действовать и Левиафан.
Bryson was tracking unexplained creature sightings.
Bryson was not merely tracking sightings. He was attempting to extrapolate a course.
And Garneau could have been following that course. Edie, can you add a search filter for systems along that projected path?
Adding this search filter to the galaxy map.
Meteorite fragment, maybe?
He was studying it as an object of importance. We should look more closely at a sample.
Meteorite sample. With traces of element 0. Would Leviathan need ESO?
While it is not consumed as fuel during FTL travel, element 0 will decay after several centuries of active use. If Leviathan is old enough, It would need to replenish its supplies.
Okay. Can you give me a search filter for locations with element 0?
Adding the search filter now.
Looks like data on the Rachni. Looks like data on the Rachni.
March 7th, 2186. I'm looking at the Rachni. Their movements during the Rachni Wars suggest alien influence. But the timing is wrong. And Rachni weren't implanted with Reaper tech. What if Leviathan was preparing the Rachni to fight the Reapers?
What do you think, Edie?
It is possible that Bryson's team is using ancient Rachni fleet activity to find Leviathan. We saw a datapad containing data on Rachni movements earlier. It may be relevant.
By Anne Bryson. Age 9.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
By Anne Bryson. Age 9.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
Sovereign. Vanguard of our destruction. How's that working out for you, big guy?
Sir, this is Brайson. We know the Reapers are after Leviathan. Studying Reaper hunting patterns could be vital to finding it.
That data is classified top secret, Dr. Brайson. If it falls into the wrong hands...
It won't. The data's encrypted. I'll keep the decryption key safe. Close to my heart.
Close to his heart? What the hell does that mean?
The Reaper fleet activity is encrypted, per Bryson's statement in the log.
He said he was keeping the decryption key close to his heart.
Так, а я знаю спойлер.
By Anne Bryson. Age 9.
Records indicate Anne is now 28. She works for the Alliance.
Bryson was keeping the encryption key close to his heart. What's closer than family?
An interesting hypothesis. But I detect no trace of the decryption key in this... art.
Dr. Brайson, per your request, I'm clearing Task Force Aurora for intercepted Batarian communications regarding the Leviathan of Dis.
Commander, the Dreadnought is in custody, but the Solarians may have surveillance footage. Our ambassador will issue a full denial. Give me your preliminary analysis. Several million years old at least, and its technology outstrips anything on the Council. Excellent. Our scientists will work day and night to bring its secrets to the hegemony. One concern, Commander. The real Leviathan of Dis, the thing that destroyed the ship, is still out there. Unaccounted for. Irrelevant. The ship is our priority. And as far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, there is no Leviathan of Dis. There never was.
Another piece of Anne Bryson's childhood art.
Wait a minute. Well, take a look at that.
I can use these numbers to construct a decryption key.
All right, let's get back to the datapad we found earlier.
Decryption complete. Analyzing data. These movements do not match the standard invasion pattern. The Reapers are searching for something.
And I'll bet Garneau used this intel. Can you make a search filter for it?
Adding it now.
Reaper activity?
Based on the search results, Garneau is in one of these 5 systems. I have marked the Normandy map with possible locations. We can leave now, unless you wish to further narrow the search.
Element 0 deposits.
Three possibilities.
Blackout crimes?
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Alien sightings.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Хаджи Кватейл, Шепард. Ну что, нормальные токи? Отличный шанс затусить и пасть в парочку передряг. Встретить все около игровой зоны на основном уровне, если ты участвуешь. Капитан Шепард, в связи с инцидентом, в котором фигурировал Кроган, идентифицированный как Глюнд, нам необходимо ваше присутствие. Пожалуйста, обратитесь к патрульному офицеру в СБЦ в Силверсон-Стрип за дополнительной информацией. Офицер Джонсон. Центр связи СПЦ. Стив Кортес. Шепард. Сиэтлские колдуны играют биотибол с узарскими маэстро. Это будет фантастика. А у тебя появилась квартира с отличным экраном. Совпадение? Нам с Джеймс кажется, что нет. С тебя диван, с нас напитки. Просто маяк. Капитан, я был несколько удивлен звонком из совета. Они хотят провести то, что вы, люди, называете поминальной службой. Не так. Важно, где она пройдет. Важно, кто посетит ее. Мне бы хотелось, чтобы вы были там. Как и вся команда Нормандии, знавшая моего отца. Мне известно, что по человеческим традициям люди говорят о мертвых хорошие слова. Но будет разумно, если вы возьмете на себя эту часть в качестве командира Нормандии. Признаюсь, я немного взволнован. Мой образ может вызвать нежелательные воспоминания у всех присутствующих. Спасибо, для меня это будет многое значить. Калят Клеус. Трейнер. Столкнулась нос к носу с Сузан. Извините за сорванный обед. Надеюсь, ты дашь мне еще шанс. Освободишься? Дай мне знать, и я появлюсь.
Команда?
Блин. Давайте поговорим, что ли, со всеми. И потом отправимся опять за доктором Брайсоном. Потому что уже все, заключительные миссии и некоторые диалоги могут просто исчезнуть. Так. А тренер как достать-то?
Officer, someone requested my presence concerning an incident with the Krogan.
Right this way, Commander.
So, Grunt, anything you want to tell me about?
This clown wants to take me to lockup. Figured I'd give you a call, straighten this out.
Commander Shepard, I apologize for the intrusion. This Krogan insisted we contact you.
It's okay. I'll vouch for him. I'll sign any paperwork you have, officer.
Yes, sir.
What happened?
I don't know. Drank a bit, left the hospital, broke a few windows.
But you were in that hospital recovering from the Rachni encounter.
Yeah, didn't feel like sticking around.
Most people stick around long enough to, you know, heal.
Most people aren't me.
And why is CSEC here?
Guess they're precious about some broken glass.
Before I sign you up, everybody walked away from this in one piece, right?
Sure, yeah, everybody's fine. Hospital's seen better days, though.
Right. Tell me about the windows.
A couple of squad mates broke me out for my birthday. Tried lowering me down the side of the building on a rope.
It didn't work out.
It's your birthday?
No, I'm tank bred, remember? Anyway, we got some pictures on the Krogan Memorial.
And the Presidium?
Yeah, when CSEC got there, they were mad. Or maybe they were mad about their car being on fire. Can't remember.
Why was it on fire?
I threw my bottle of Ringcall at it. Pretty strong stuff. Went up like a bonfire. The CSEC guys jumped out. Then I figured they didn't want it, so I took it. We didn't get very far before they shut us down. Sprayed us down with riot foam. Didn't work so well on me.
And why's that?
'Cause I was on fire. You know, from the car. Come on, Shepard, keep up.
Right. Sorry. So how did they catch you?
Got hungry. Bought some noodles.
Grunt, you apologized to the nice man for setting his car on fire.
Fine. I'm sorry for setting your car on fire. And I won't do it again.
Good. Now, officer, I can pay for any damages that may have occurred.
That's what you've been signing for, Commander. You're lucky, Krogan. Don't let me catch you up here again.
You won't. Thank you, officer. So, how were those noodles?
A little spicy.
You're my hero, Grunt.
Блин, вот они заговорили, а вообще тоже как-то захотелось. Нечестно. Нечестно. Бля, вот в этот замок вот никогда не хочется. Это не то, о чем я подумал. Думал опять на арене махаться.
Hey, Shepard, over here. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. What's up?
Out for a little R&R. You?
Exactly. Same thing.
Hey, Jacob, I'm out of credits.
Who are they?
Their parents are MIA. Volunteered to take them on for the weekend, get their minds off things. What about us, Shepard? There's got to be a game of skill in there with our names on it.
Let's do it.
Great.
This is your game of skill?
Now, Shepard, I'll try not to embarrass you.
Really? Trash talk? At Shattered Ezo?
Hell yeah, my pride is on the line. Also, these kids look up to me, so I have to take you down.
You're gonna take me down? I don't think so.
Well, step up, Shepard. Although it might be tough not having your squad to carry you.
You're on.
No pressure, Shepard. These people already idolize you. So when you choke, it won't matter.
You're crowding me.
Am I? My bad. Stand back, everyone. Shepard needs extra room to make the magic happen.
Ready? Let's do this.
Glad none of your friends are here to see your humiliation. Yes!
That all you got?
Check it out, Shepard. Feel that? That's the feeling of doom.
Never mind. I got this.
Иди сюда.
That all you got?
Come on, come on, come on! Careful,
Почему у него
Shepard.
хп
Don't break a
больше?
hip now.
That's where my comeback starts.
Yeah! Jacob wins!
Not my day. Congrats, Jacob.
Ah, you probably let me win. Come on, Shepard. Let's grab some food. I'm buying.
work your head.
Good night.
I'd be less annoyed if he wasn't flailing around with those crazy whips and messing up my sniper.
You have received a new message.
You sure you want to leave that here?
I can't very well bring it back to the Normandy. I'd have nowhere to put it. This place is amazing. Puts the prefabs back on Horizon to shame. And it has a hot tub.
Go ahead.
Cheers! Oh, this is lovely. And good for the sinuses. I might not even need my antihistamine tonight.
Your what?
It's a pill. I'm allergic to dust and cats. And public speaking. I take a proton pump inhibitor for my stomach too. And an inhaler for asthma.
You have everything you need to stay healthy?
Just about. The only medication I can't find is sucrocapsinol. My family doctor prescribed it for my headaches.
Sucrocapsinol. That's a sugar pill, trainer. A placebo.
Oh, that sneaky bastard. And now that you've told me, it probably wouldn't work anyway. There was some scented bath oil out there somewhere. Could you grab it?
Yeah. Here you go.
Thanks. Eyes are over here and up here. Hey, do you have a loofah?
A loofah. This is Anderson's apartment, remember? I highly doubt he has a...
Found one. Somebody left an overnight bag with toiletries and massage oils and, you know, girly stuff. Do you know who Kay Sanders is? She has great taste in adjustable massage ones.
Так, она ушла или нет? Потому что Тали там точно 100% ушла после фильма. Блин, джакузи такой. Где наша личная джакузи?
Sorry we're late. Somebody forgot to pick up the cerveza.
Come on in.
That somebody was you.
Didn't say it was. So when's the game?
It's about to start.
Seattle Sorcerers versus Usaru Maestros. Gonna be some intense buyouta ball.
Nah, it's just a goodwill game for troop morale. They'll take it easy.
In the middle of a war with their troops watching, they'll give it their all.
Absolutely. Have you guys seen Derek Rogers' game lately? Man, he and the Sorcerers have been tearing it up.
Esteban, the Maestros don't lose. Have you seen Tyra Tashanis play? The woman is blue lightning.
Mr. Vega, your love of the Asari team has more to do with how they look than how they play.
Hey, that's not true. Not entirely. Besides, you telling me you don't got the hots for some of the Sorcerers?
Okay, guilty as charged. Who you backing, Shepard?
I'm not sure. What do you guys think?
The Seattle Sorcerers are one of the few human b-ball teams left. I mean, they were on tour when Earth was hit. Since acquiring Donna Novotny from the hackers, they've been completely unstoppable.
Yeah, but most of the maestros have been playing since before first contact. They'll win this.
I know the sorcerers have never beaten the maestros, but they've never been this hungry either. So, Shep, who's it gonna be?
How do you bet against a team that's been playing since before we were born?
Listen up, Esteban. Shepard's preaching the wisdom.
Come on, the game's starting.
Mierda, he was out! You're blind, ref!
Yes! They did it!
Don't be so smug. Pay up.
Wait, Steve picked the winner. Why is he paying?
We weren't exactly betting on who'd win.
We were betting on if you'd pick the winner.
And you spend all your luck in the battlefield, Commander. Simple math. Anyway, it was a hell of a game.
Yeah, great evening. Thank you, Shepard.
My pleasure.
Tomorrow comes early. Hasta luego.
We are gathered here to honor the life of Thane Kreos. Thane touched each of our lives in different ways. The Counselor knew him as a hero. The Normandy's crew knew him as a brother in arms, and others as a father devoted to his son. Though his life took him to very dark places, Thane cared for the better angels of our nature. Even when he was terminally ill, he ran through worn-torn streets to reach me because he knew I needed help. You all know the results of that day. An assassin, a professional criminal, gave his life for his galaxy. And now he can rest. Would anyone else like to speak?
What I remember about Thane was his confidence. He told me once about how he remembered everything, even every mistake he made. If I did that, I'd be a nervous wreck. Thane kept it under control.
It's strange, but the last word I'd label Thane with is assassin. And we covered each other in firefights. That makes him a partner.
Thane's last stand was important. But let us also remember why Thane left the Normandy. To keep his son away from a life of crime. Deeds such as these do not go unnoticed by the universe. They echo in all who hear them. That is why I am here.
Thane took himself seriously, a trait with which I did not always agree. I tried to make him laugh on several occasions. But what I interpreted as a lack of humor was masking a great effort. Thane was turning his life around, in a way few organics do.
The day Thane came onto the Normandy, all Kelly and I knew about him was that he could probably kill us all with a ballpoint pen. But after you got to know him, there wasn't any reason to be afraid. He let you know where you stood. Kolyat, do you,
When I was little, I thought my father had it all figured out. He said men must be loyal to their friends and dangerous to their enemies. But when he prevented me from hurting someone, he had changed. He said enemies and ego are not as important as loved ones. I didn't want to hear it. I was lost. I called him a hypocrite in 1,000 different ways. Said that he was going soft. Now, I think maybe he did have it all figured out. That's all I can say. If anyone would like to continue, we'll be here.
Looks like people are starting to clear out.
Commander, thank you for holding this event. In time, it will be a good memory.
I don't know if I'll be as philosophical about it. It's still kind of raw.
I understand. If you will excuse me, I should take this opportunity to speak with the counselor.
About what?
He is feeling grateful, and I want to point out there are some Solarian biologists who need funding. If anyone would be able to create a breakthrough in the treatment of Kepral syndrome, it would be them.
If you need someone to hold the counselor's feet to a fire, I'm there.
I appreciate the offer, but Counselor Valorn has recently orated about funding science during wartime. My odds are good. Oh, before I go, I was organizing my father's possessions, and I came upon copies of video messages he tried to send you. I sent them to your extranet address. I hope they help more than they hurt. Until we meet again, Commander.
Shepard, I suppose I should thank you for my freedom. Leaving the Normandy was the right decision. It was saddening to see our crew go their separate ways, but it is better than answering questions in an Alliance interrogation room. I hope this message finds you well. As for me, I have moved into an apartment on the Citadel not far from Kolyat. I think the first attack I had frightened him. I will spare you the details. It seemed very dramatic at the time, but in comparison to the Omega Relay, it was a child's game. In any case, good luck getting the Alliance to listen to you. Let's keep in touch. Shepard, if you sent a message back, I didn't get it. I suppose communications from someone of my reputation would be restricted. The irony is, I am a danger to no one these days. I am even paying taxes on my investments. I can't expect Kolyat to do so if I don't. He is doing better. He has no significant other, and he is temperamental, but he is employed and staying out of crime. I can tell he is serious about changing. It has cost him more than a few friends. Send something back if you can, Shepard. I can only learn so much from news reports about you. I have tried a false identity to try to get this message through to you. We'll see if it works. I have good news and bad. The good news is that Kolyat and I took a few days to visit Earth.
Light the shade of her eyes. Shrill sound of chirping stops. I scan the ground. See two tiny bodies locked by claws.
Excuse me. As I was saying, we saw a beautiful sunset in New Mexico, and a scorpion eating a cricket. I wish you could have joined us. The bad news is, I fainted and struck my head. Kolyat has convinced me to stay at Huerta Memorial on the Citadel. I will be there from now on. I still don't want to die in a hospital, but it's where the doctors are. And Kolyat. I love him. That means I must trust him. Goodbye, Shepard. Let me say that now, in case I cannot later.
как-то слишком долго это все затянулось. Давайте продолжим потом. Потому что там встреча с, как сказать, с Гороном. Потом еще задание, еще. Бля, вы не могли раньше написать? Ладно, давайте быстро поговорим с ними и все. А потом продолжим с Брайсоном. Ну, в следующей, так сказать, части, видимо. Видите, в чем проблема? Вот из-за того, что мы недавно только прошли с личной квартиры всякие задания. Стали позже совсем подходить. Мне некоторые, кстати, можно из этого потерять. Почти там потерять.
Miranda?
You clean up well, Shepard. Thought we might try an evening out.
Sounds like you have some time to catch your breath.
I do, just not used to it. Feeling a bit lost. It's kind of sad, really. I got to thinking we needed a break. No point saving the galaxy if we can't enjoy it once in a while.
I have to say I'm a bit surprised.
I thought you might be. I can be, severe.
You're focused. Believe me, I understand.
I was thinking about our talk earlier, about having a normal life. Damn, I'm not very good at this. Truth is, Shepard, I'm not very good at being normal either. Bit of a disaster, really.
I get it. We just need a little practice.
Any ideas?
Look around you. It's a room full of great ideas.
Here? It's nothing but alcohol, gambling, and wasting time. Right. Need more wine.
Bring the lady more wine.
Oh God. I'm gonna regret this.
We're just friends out on the town. What's the worst that can happen? Come on, partner. Let's start some trouble.
Part? After that mission, the ex-servers guy was bragging about how we killed him.
I came as quickly as I could. What's wrong?
I didn't mean to worry you. We just didn't get much of a chance to talk at the party.
We've said our farewells, Shepard.
Are we gonna stand on formalities? These big picture windows remind me of our talks in the Normandy's observation lounge.
This view doesn't have quite the same effect as a galaxy of stars, but I can see where it might make one sentimental. I also enjoyed our talks, Shepard. Very much.
Hey, look what I found. An old issue of Justicar Heroes, May 2140. It says that you personally lifted 50 refugees across a raging floodplain on Nevos after smugglers blew up a dam.
That news source has been known to exaggerate.
So you didn't almost drown while saving a child who had been torn from her mother's grasp?
The smugglers were not so lucky that I survived.
Are there more stories like this?
Perhaps. You might be amused by the June 2085 issue, Justicar Samara, Cold-Blooded Justice Runs Hot. It is not so difficult for me to find stories of your exploits. I think that you are remarkable, Shepard. When the vids sing your praises and call you a hero, does it make you blush? Do you agree? What do you feel?
It's humbling. But honestly, if people feel that I'm making a difference, that bolsters me, my team, and our efforts. What now?
I am content as we are, Shepard. Let us sit a while longer, even if there is nothing to say.
So what? A private cabin on a stealth warship isn't enough for you?
I'm watching the place for a friend. What are you doing?
Calling Izo.
Izo?
Yeah, he's from Thessia. Naturally biotic from all the element zero. The biotics make them short-tempered, so a lot of them get abused or abandoned. Can you imagine someone doing that? I found him at a rescue place. I'm trying to teach him that it's okay to trust people. He started out really angry, but I've been giving him lots of love, and now he's a big old softie. What?
He seems like a good pet.
Yeah. Who's my badass biotic? Who's my badass biotic?
Офигенный, честно говоря, питомец. Но куда она исчезла? Понятно, ее ждет. Так, ну что ж, давайте на этом закончим. Всем спасибо, подписывайтесь, пока-пока. А дальше продолжим потом с Горном и прочее, прочее.